Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Joe with Joe Gets It Done. Today's video is a big one. So from constructing the brooder box this spring to doing this to doing that, today I went to the post office and officially have picked up the chicks. So without further ado, here we go. We're from the top right here.
Yeah, I guess. Look at them, dude. We got chicks.
So right off the bat, we could hear those little chicks there chirping away inside the box, and that is exactly what I heard walking into my local post office this morning. Gotta say, never had any sort of animals or birds get shipped, but I guess it's very common with chicks. And again, guys, huge learning experience for me. I'm enjoying everything so far. But officially, my huge announcement is I ordered 14 barred Plymouth Rock females, and all 14 did arrive perfectly fine, which is awesome. We did have some warmer weather, which definitely helped, but I also think the location is crucial, and that is exactly what I looked for when purchasing these chicks. I really wanted to reduce the shipping time and make sure that they made it here safely. I chose Mayer Hatchery in Ohio, just past Cleveland. Now, with me located in upstate New York, that's just a few hour drive away, so they arrived perfectly fine. They, in fact, shipped 24 hours after hatching. So they hatched on a Monday, and this was Tuesday. Went to the post office, picked them up. Very cool, very exciting, knowing that they are literally day-old chicks. And right off the bat, we could see that is how they are looking. They're wondering, where am I and everything? But throughout this video, I'm going to explain their behavior, what it means, everything in between. So make sure you stay tuned and smash that subscribe button. So with the chicks already in the brooder box for a minute or two, I wanted to get right to feeding them and giving them water. Here is just a little powder substance that you basically mix with the water. It just provides extra electrolytes and stuff, helps them hydrate faster. I have to say, it was very cool, their website on Wavepaper.ID, and when I checked out, it said confirmation that all the birds are vaccinated. I added on that solution stuff. I added in the thermometers. It told me the hatching date. It told me the quantity available, everything in between. Very cool, very awesome. So filled up their stuff there, and I'm literally dipping their beaks in and teaching them how to eat and drink. So cool, so fun. I've never done anything like this. Very cool. Huge case of monkey see, monkey do. And gotta say, so far, things are looking good. They're starting to go in between the heat and over to the food.
That is so freaking cool. Oh my God, Joe. That's crazy.
Now, in previous videos, again, I built this mesh frame here. Yeah. I saw this online. It basically keeps their whole feeding area clean. But because they are so small and tiny, I actually removed this just for the first couple days. I'm going to remove it. And then I'll move it back over in a couple days when they get more used to things. But I also want to mention, I'm glad I put down the paper towels, because these chicks were so curious right out of the box. They just started pecking at everything. And by them learning what is food and what is not, I think is very important. You know, starts their whole life of behaviors and, you know, habits and everything. Start them young, start them right. And that is my goal with these chicks. So there we see they are just absolutely learning how to eat and drink. And the most crucial part, in my opinion, of the whole thing is the heating plate and adjusting it to the proper level. There we can see that is exactly how they huddle underneath there. But I wanted to make sure that it was set to the proper height. And basically, if they are surrounded in the brooder box around the corners, that means that they're too hot. If they're huddled nonstop underneath the heating plate, that means they are too cold. You want that perfect in-between mixture where they are going inside the heating plate, underneath it, and back to the food, vice versa. In and out for a couple minutes, you know, eating food, and then coming back under that heating plate. So that is exactly the behavior I was looking for. I gotta say though, for the first couple minutes here, they were just going to town on the food and the water. And in a couple of minutes here, I'll get it set to the perfect height, and we will see that perfect ratio of them moving back and forth. But there we can see their little fuzzy butts. Now, just after a few minutes of them eating there like crazy, they in fact did start to slow down, and then they went under the heating plate, and I tried to find the perfect height for them. For the first week, it's recommended 90 to 95 degrees, and from there, week after week, it lowers and lowers. But ultimately, I put the heating plate on a tilt, and I put the back side about 1.5 inches off the ground, and then the front side about 2.5 inches off the ground. So just like that, we're going to let them warm up. It seems like I really can't go much lower, so hopefully it does it. And just like that, probably 15, 20 minutes later, we could see they were going in and out perfectly and coming out to feed and drink and going right back underneath the heat. So I in fact think this height is absolutely perfect for the chicks for this first week. And from there, we will raise it up week after week. But it's so important, the heating plate. I really think that's the number one thing, to always make sure it's working. And if you're not running a heating plate, if you're doing lamps or bulbs or infrared heaters, make sure it's working. Make sure that you don't have a storm coming and you lose power. We actually had a bunch of thunderstorms here today. But you get my point. The heat, in my opinion, is the most important part. And just like that, they're going back and forth. We can see this chick here on the left is just drinking like crazy, which is great. And starting tomorrow, the next few days, I will definitely just replace this with water. Again, it was just for the first 24 hours to really make sure they were hydrated and to help them replenish from their long journey. But really cool there, seeing the heating plate in action. There we go. That chick is getting nice and comfortable under there. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the video here, watching these chicks. But all said and done, that is the chicks I purchased. That is my whole playlist on YouTube of me building the brooder box from scratch. And it's so cool to me to be able to do this and see it turn out good so far. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted. If you're already not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button and definitely leave some comments. Let me know, have you ever had chicks or built a brooder box or anything in between? Love hearing from you guys and looking back at this old sketch right here. So cool to see it in action. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted in the upcoming weeks. See, in fact, how big they get, how they keep behaving, the height of the heating plate, everything in between. So until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. The chicks will be busy here in their playground, and we'll catch you next one. Later.